Hello, everyone. I feel like it's been a while since we've done one of these, actually.
It has been a
while.
while.
We just started. I'm like, oh, shit.
Well, we're here at the end of the
year.
And
I just swore, and we just started. It's great. It's awesome.
Maybe we have
don't
to bleep
Don't
it.
edit any of this.
Bleep
yeah.
it. Okay.
Hey, guys. So, great start. And today we're going to go through holiday eating strategies. So, obviously, this time of year, there's a lot of parties. There's a lot of work office parties, family friend parties, family parties, you name it, it's happening. And we wanted to help out, and we wanted to come up with kind of our 4 main strategies that are really kind of, most of them are pretty concrete strategies that we can really help you guys, hopefully, in like this busy time, and at least not ruin everything. Let's put it that way. So I think we'll start off with the first one, which is going to be kind of like a 2-pronged attack. So the first part is water. Water is your friend. Drink lots of it, obviously. Drink it before you go to any events, whether it's alcohol or non-alcoholic. Drink it after and also during. So especially if you're during, try have 1 alcoholic drink and then have 1 glass of water. Okay, it does not rocket science, right? That why you would do that. Keeps you hydrated, stops you drinking so much as well. But the kicker with that is add some salt. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I think of that, I think of I'm at the table and I grab the salt shaker and I'm like, shake and drink, and everyone's like, what are you doing?
I'm that guy.
I'm that's Ryan's that guy. So obviously, if you can't do that at the party, do it before and after. Now, the reason for this is that when you drink alcohol, basically your body just starts to, what's the word, like dump sodium.
Depletes.
Depletes. Just gets rid of sodium. It basically just gets it out of the system, right? And so that's one of the reasons why after drinking, when you wake up the next day or later on, you feel like crap, like dry mouth. You just feel like, maybe you're not hungover, you just feel like, dehydrated. And that's one of the big reasons. So if you can add salt before in what you're drinking, or after, or even better when you're during as well, it's gonna help. So Ryan mentioned a little tip about how much water was it earlier? You said 500 ml, something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
It's like 500 ml, and then just like a 1/4 teaspoon, something like that. Is it teaspoon, tablespoon? I always skip
teaspoon.
that.
Yeah,
teaspoon.
Got it.
This is sidetrack, but how do you write? Is it TP? Because I always get confused.
TSP for teaspoon.
And then table is TB.
Yes.
All right, I don't know about you guys, but I always get confused by that. Okay, cool.
Now, is it with a capital T or lowercase t? Nobody knows. Anyway, and moving on.
Anyway, sidetrack. So add a little bit tablespoon into that 500 ml. Keep that with you by your bed. Keep it next to you, like when you go, whatever it is you're doing at home, have it with you so that you drink it. And that's going to make a huge difference in how you feel the next day. So the first tip is water there, and then adding salt to your water too.
Total game changer. Absolutely. Great. So number 2 we've got is protein. Now, you've probably heard us rant about this before, or yell this at you from across the gym if you're one of our members, but protein is, again, the number 2 sort of big tip that we're going to give you when it comes to surviving the holiday eating, gatherings and big parties. So we always like to say, like, hunt for protein like it's your part-time job. There's some reasons for that. Really 2 big reasons. Number 1, it's going to keep you full longer, and that's obviously key if you're prone to overeating or having those munchies or late night munchies. Maybe when you get home after a big party. So it's going to keep you fuller longer, just because it's going to burn slower, digest slower in the stomach. But number 2, also it has what's called a high thermic effect, and that just means that your body has to utilize more energy to actually break it down. So that can become actually quite a powerful tool in the for weight loss or fat loss or even maintenance arsenal when it comes to the holidays. So again, number 2, hunt for protein. Dan always likes to tell his clients, when you're at a buffet or you're at a holiday gathering, look for the protein, add it to your plate first, and that's the first thing you attack. Isn't that right?
Yes, it's the first thing you go for. It's don't go for anything else. Get the protein on the plate, make that your priority, and then you fill in around that.
And there's such great protein options around this time of the year, right?
Yeah.
Like, look at the carving stations, like
all
over the world.
They're all over, right?
Amazing. So, yes. Okay, so what do we got for number 3?
And then kind of spinning off that, like protein, fats, and then carbs. So everyone likes to demonize carbs. We don't like to do that here. Carbs are our friends. They're everyone's friends. And well, maybe there's someone on keto, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But so this time of year, carbs are aplenty. So first of all, there are potatoes everywhere this time of year. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with white potatoes. They're still okay. Everyone seems to think sweet potatoes is the next superfood. The white potatoes are very good for you too, okay? So there's nothing wrong with that. So that's kind of a sidetrack thing. But the next thing is, like, think about gingerbread houses, cookies, mince pies, Christmas cakes, panettones. Wow, I got way more than I was expecting. Yeah. Like, that's a lot, right? And most of the time, it's store-bought, so it's loaded with sugar. A little bit of kind of a way to help out with that is make better choices with that and help yourself out. Make it yourself. Right now, it's not like, whoa, make this myself, that's crazy. But actually, it's going to be pretty cool because if you invite some people over during the holidays, that's a nice way to connect. And yeah, it might get it wrong. You know, your gingerbread house might just flop, right? Whatever it is, but at least you're connecting with people, which is kind of what this time of year is about. So, number one, it's not going to be loaded with sugar, so you're going to get some better carbohydrate choices. And number two, you're going to connect with people. So, if you're looking for those types of food, that's what you eat this time of year. Try and make some better choices around it. You know, there's loads of recipes online that can help out with that as well. So I think that's the next one.
I don't know about you, but I mean, just my own little anecdote. Like, I remember for years, I would just buy the packaged, like, chocolate chip cookies. I mean, that's the stuff that I grew up on, like Nestle, Toll House, whatever that is. And it's just like, set it, forget it, done. And look, there's still time and place for that, but it was actually one I actually made my own, like from scratch. Like, just putting that love and that time and effort into it. Not only did it like digest better, but also the following day was better. But I just didn't have that upset stomach and, you know, it's that heaviness that I typically have with the, you know, the prepackaged ones. And so quality was king there. But yeah, it's just a totally different experience.
Yeah, so it's funny. So I had the reverse, right? So everything I had, like my mince pies, everything my mom makes at home. So it's all homemade. So then I remember the first time I had like a packaged thing, and I was like, it's so sweet, like, and it was so much. I was like, felt like I was gonna get shakes, and I was like, I can't eat this. It's too loaded.
So you called your mom from university, right?
Yeah,
like,
I was
Mom, help me! Got it. All right, good stuff. So our last and final one. Honestly, with all these tips, like these 3 tips, these are going to be great. And these are going to be great to get you through the holidays. And for most people, again, just even doing 1 or 2 of these things consistently is going to be enough to get you through the holidays without feeling guilty, without feeling like you need to punish yourself, and then seeing you through into the next year. But if all of this, again, just seems like impractical for you right now, unreasonable, our 4th tip is to basically toss it all out the window. I want to do that meme where it's like, F it, and the guy's doing his paperwork, right? Just toss it all out the window and just notice what you notice. And when I mean notice what you notice, I mean notice what you tend to do when you go to these gatherings, when you go to these holiday parties, or you're meeting with family. This can be a time that can be maybe very triggering or very emotional, or it can be a heavy time, considering, you know, this is the time when people come together. This is the time when family typically comes together, and we tend to sort of fit ourselves into maybe previous patterns or old behaviors around this time, especially with family. And so if you tend to notice that you're the type of person that maybe, for example, goes to a party and you're the person that's the yes person. You can't say no at extra servings, or you can't say no if they say, you know,
here's another one,
here's another one, or you got to finish your plate, or why don't you have another drink? Like, live a little. How's that working out for you? That's probably the first thing you'd want to examine, right? Is that serving you? Is it not? What could you do a little different this time or this holiday season? Another one we like to use at PF is, you know, if you're that type of person, you tend to show up that way at gatherings, what might be the opposite of that this time or this year? So maybe you sort of try doing the opposite of what you tend to do. Whatever you do in the end, if you notice, again, you're that type of person that maybe it would lead to maybe punishing behaviors, or you want to over-exercise the next day to sort of compensate for those sorts of things.
Don't eat the next day.
You don't eat, or you do something along of the like. Just notice that. Keep it as data, because that's all it is, okay? And in a non-judgmental, sort of reflective way, examine it and see what you could do a little bit better the next time, because there is going to be a next time, a next party, and next year. Okay, so that's going to be it. Our top 4 tips for the holiday eating gatherings and little shindigs. We just had ours recently too. We hope it's helpful, and from all of us at PF, from Daniel, myself, and the team, happy holidays, and we hope to see you guys very soon.